I tried intermittent fasting every day for 30 days.
Today was the hardest day. I want to eat something so bad.
So what is intermittent fasting? Essentially, what you are doing is you are dividing your day into a period where you are fasting or not eating and a period where you can eat. So what I would do during this period was 18 hours of the day would be spent fasting. So for 18 hours, I would not eat anything. I would only consume water or 0-calorie drinks, such as black coffee. And for the remaining 6 hours of the day, we could call this a 6-hour window, I was basically allowed to eat whatever I wanted.
It's weird because I'm not as hungry as I thought I would be, but I'm just like, I feel so bored. Like I think without thinking, if I had like free time or something, and before I just like get a snack or something.
I think in the initial period, it wasn't as difficult as I expected. So I had this idea that the kind of general trajectory of the 30 days would be that in the beginning, it would just be really, really hard because my body wasn't used to it. I'd have a lot of cravings. I'd really want to eat a lot. And then I thought kind of over time, my body would get used to not eating for 18 hours a day. But actually that wasn't the case. I feel like it got harder.
Today was the hardest day. I think the joy that you get from food can be quite instant, and you get like you get like an instant sense of relief. And just not having that option there has been really hard.
I think around the 1 week mark was when it started to get really hard. So I think the novelty of doing this new thing was gone. And I feel like my body was going, wait, like, are you serious? Is this what we're going to do now? Like, is this life now?
And one thing that I've noticed is I just have less energy for working out and for doing training. So when you take away an energy source, your body doesn't want you to expend so much energy. So the result is I'm so demotivated when it comes to working out.
My energy for working out or doing any kind of weight training or muscle training, it just kind of disappeared. And I noticed that how often I was training slowly decreased. My motivation kind of just disappeared. And one thing that kind of sucked is that I basically just stopped working out.
Because I've just felt like really unmotivated and like, what's the point? I think one thing I've learned that I just need to accept is if you want to lose weight, you're going to have to somehow suffer, or like it's going to be hard. It's easy to look for shortcuts like, oh, if I do this, it's not going to be that hard, and this is like a secret way to lose loads of body fat really quickly. I think at the end of the day, you just need to pay your dues.
Towards the end of the challenge, it wasn't comfortable, but I was getting used to it.
I think for my wife, it's been kind of annoying because we'll like go somewhere, she wants to go to a restaurant or something, or she wants to do something, and I just can't eat anything. So I think socially it's kind of been a bit of a big hindrance, and I said, like, I'm losing weight, but do you want me to continue this challenge when I finish 30 days? And she was like, no, because there's just better ways to lose weight.
In 30 days, I lost 4.5 kilograms. In terms of purely just the result, I think it was good. Having said that, I probably lost quite a bit of muscle because I stopped working out. But I'm kind of also at the stage of like, I don't care if I'm muscly, if I'm huge. So I feel like I'm kind of okay with that. I feel like I'd rather lose weight first and lose muscle as well, and then build up the muscle after I've developed the good habits. So what were the pros and cons? What was good about this challenge? What was bad about this challenge? I think one thing that was really good is that it's very passive. You don't have to do anything. You just have to like not eat. And I think a lot of people will join the gym or try and build like a certain specific diet. And that takes kind of a lot of work, and it requires consistent effort. I mean, obviously this requires consistent effort as well, but it's just very simple. It's just don't eat during this time and then eat during this time. But I think as well, like what the scale shows is probably not the full picture. I think, I probably lost muscle. I think probably a lot of it was water weight. So I don't know how much of that was actually fat loss. I think one thing I realized is my mood and what I eat are just very deeply connected. It was crazy. Like, I think I felt really down at some points during this challenge. And it wasn't even like I felt hungry. It was like I felt depressed about my life. Like I felt like, what's the point? I'm going to die one day. Why don't I just enjoy eating whenever I want? Who cares if I get fat? That is definitely a con. But on the other hand, it was a huge eye-opener into my psychology and how maybe I'm kind of wired to overeat. Would I recommend this to other people? I think I'd recommend this for people who are just like, I don't care, I just want the results. If the results are the only thing that matter, if all you need to do is lose weight and you don't care about your mood, you don't care about your social life, you just have to lose the weight, then I think maybe give this a shot. I think it could be worthwhile. Overall, if you're not that kind of person, I just wouldn't recommend it. Be ready for low mood if you want to give this a shot. If you're willing to do that, then I think, yeah, go for it. If you have any ideas for other challenges, doesn't even have to be about weight loss. If you have an idea for a 30-day challenge, let me know and I'll do it and I'll make a video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.